This is going to be a bit of a different video. I'm going to be looking at my top 3 picks within the stock market currently, based on the correction we've seen in terms of value, and not only that, close ties to the crypto space, where I see massive growth in the next sort of 5 to 10 year horizon. So probably no surprise here, my number one entry into this list would be Alphabet, or Google as it's known. If we look at the year-to-date performance, we're currently down just shy of 12% year-to-date, and if I look further back, we're probably close to about 15% roughly from its all-time high we saw towards the end of last year. Now, I'll leave a card up in the top right of the screen now, but I've done previous videos and they, I believe, or speculate, as many of us do, have quite close ties to Hedera. They sit on the committee for Hedera, and there is potential that they are beginning to use the Hashgraph algorithm as it's become open source. Like I said, check out my other video if you want more information on that, to basically build their blockchain. They've recently formed a new team. They're going to be entering the blockchain space. Not only that, their Google Pay is getting revamped to onboard crypto. They've just recently hired a new vice president that was ex-PayPal. So there's massive moves coming here for Alphabet. I mean, obviously they're one of the biggest companies in the world anyway, as it currently sits. They've got a nice retracement from their all-time high, and I think the growth will continue into the future massively for Alphabet. Moving on to my next pick, and that would definitely have to be Facebook, or Meta as it now is, after their rebranding towards the end of last year. Similarly to Google, we're down 11% year to date. Over the 1 year period, if we look, we're roughly 20% down from its all-time high. Not only that, obviously Meta was one of the first trillion-dollar sort of companies that we've seen come out, not only rebrand their company, but also say that they're moving into the metaverse, and they want to be at the front of this journey into crypto and utilization of the blockchain. Some of you may know as well, I mean, Meta owns Oculus, so VR, virtual reality headsets. They're looking to incorporate more and more of it into their current platforms, Instagram, Facebook. Obviously, they own WhatsApp and sort of other advertising platforms they've got. Not only that, they've got new sort of engines. So they've acquired Unit 2 Games, which becomes part of their Metaverse plans effectively, a game called Horizon, and they kind of see this long-term plan effectively of where everyone's kind of in this metaverse space more and more, and it becomes more of a reality moving forward. If we look at sort of fundamentals of Facebook as well versus the other sort of FANG stocks that we typically look at, they are one of the more undervalued companies of the big group. When we look at measures such as PE ratio and price to sales, they're not quite as overvalued, or weren't quite as overvalued as some of the other FANG stocks. So it's definitely one to watch and on my buying radar. The final one in this list, again, would probably be no surprise, but is definitely Microsoft. Microsoft share price, similar trend to the rest of it. On the year to date, down just over 13%, and back at sort of all-time high levels. We're looking at about 15% retracement from those. Obviously, massive news recently with Microsoft stepping in and acquiring Activision for roughly $70 billion, as well as all the subsidiaries Activision has. So a lot of games that you guys will be aware of. You've obviously got all the Blizzard games like Hearthstone and World of Warcraft, and Activision suites or developing studios they have, for example, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, the Call of Duty series, and obviously this will be forming Xbox. Obviously Microsoft have already got their hands in gaming anyway, so it kind of makes logical sense for them to move more into this metaverse and gaming world. Not only that, Windows, obviously being a Microsoft product, running on probably 90% of home PCs and work machines, and in the work environment with things like Teams. Microsoft have committed to saying that they will make the metaverse a reality in these sort of workplace environments through Teams with sort of avatars and virtual meetings and stuff. So they have this vision and this idea that the future will be different. So we've got 3 massive companies, some of the biggest companies in the world, all looking towards this future of the metaverse. So 3 that are on my list, potentially should be on yours as well. Cheers for watching. Stay tuned.